Whoa. That's not good. Hello and welcome to Fix 64. I'm Darren Hadley. Today I'm looking at another mini PC by Cam Ruy. We have looked at their mini PCs before on the channel, and this one is more powerful than the last with some pretty decent specs. I'll unbox it real quick, maybe look inside. I'll go over the specs and ports, and then we'll hit the test desk. Maybe we'll even try some SteamOS on it if it has the right type of storage, which I believe it does. So let's get to it. Box got kind of beat up during shipping, so I hope it's okay. Hey, they did a number on it. That is not helping the unboxing process. Go out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's going to be okay. Maybe after I'm done with it, it won't be. Thank you, shipping company. Let's see if it's even okay. It wasn't a shipping company. It was just, I think it was just Amazon. Oh. Looks like the mini PC is fine. Very good protection in there. Okay, so yeah, we have the mini PC. We have the user manual. See if I can get this out. Hopefully this stuff's okay. Wow. Okay, so it looks like we have the HDMI cable, mounting hardware, screws, and the plug. And this must be the power adapter. Yep, that's what that is. Okay, let me kind of clean this area up and we'll go over some ports and specs. Oh, luckily I can edit because that was not a great looking unboxing experience. I don't know what Amazon was doing with that box. Anyway, okay, let's go over the ports. On the front we have a power button, of course, unless it's, I don't know, does the M6 Mac Mini, does it have a power button on the front? We have a 3.5 millimeter audio jack, two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, and a USB-C port, and it is also USB 3.2 Gen 2, all at 10 gigabits per second. And you have nice cooling. Okay, and then we have on the back 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A ports, a 2.5 gigabit per second LAN port, which has the usual note, plug this in if you want to set it up faster initially, which we know what those Windows updates like to do. Then we have a 1.4 display port and an HDMI 2.0 and a DC in power jack. Okay, as far as specs go, we have an AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS CPU with 8 cores, 16 threads, and it also has Radeon 680M integrated graphics. It has 24 gigabytes of LPDDR5 RAM, 1 terabyte of M.2 NVMe SSD, PCIe 3 Gen 4, and it has 2 of those slots. So yes, it should do SteamOS fine. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, and Windows 11 Pro. Okay, I'll go set this up on the test desk and set up Windows for a while, and then we will try it out. Okay, I am back, and I've installed some stuff, including Forza Horizon 6. So first off, let's go look at the CPU. As I said, it has a Ryzen 7 7735HS, Radeon graphics. Here's the graphics. Memories LPDDR5, 24 gigabytes, and running at 5500 megahertz. I don't know if this will tell us any more about the GPU, which I think, yeah, it was the 680M. No, not really, but it is running at PCIe 4.0. So, okay, let's see what the speed of the drive is. Where it's a PCIe 3 Gen 4, I'm thinking it'll be right around 3500 and 2000 something on the right. Yep, 3500. And now for the right, just as I thought, somewhere in the 2000s. Very good. And now for some Geekbench. 8 cores, 16 threads. Okay, I will run this and we'll see what the results are. Okay, here we are. Single core 1952, multi-core 9743. Not bad. Here's my latest scores. And let's test the 680M just for the heck of it. Okay, we're at 6041 OpenCL. Of course, it's just integrated 680M, but still things are playable at 1080p. In fact, I'm going to play a little Forza 6 right now in 1080p. This monitor is a 4K/1080p dual mode monitor. So, okay, let me 1920 by 1080. Frame rate is locked at 59. Let's see where the... Oh, wait, I have to go back on this. I have the controller. That's right. Okay, so everything's kind of low, medium, or off. So let's see how it works. So yeah, if it goes below 60, we'll know it. As you can see, the CPU is very powerful. It's, 59, 70, 80 here and there, and GPU is always maxed out at a 99, 98, 100. Okay, looks like we're only getting 8 to 9 frames per second. 10 right now. But as you can see, it's pretty delayed and laggy. Oops. Whoa. That's not good. Oh, it actually... Let me see if I can do something in settings. Okay, it turns out in the BIOS, there is a graphics setting called game mode. So I turned it on that. It reallocated some memory, I think 4 gigabytes to the graphics. And now we're playing where we should be. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I noticed earlier that the graphics memory was only at 400 and something when I was looking in the system settings. So I was going to go into the BIOS and I forgot. So let's try this again. There, 4850 frames per second and smooth. Way better. So now I think I will install SteamOS on this and we will try the game on that too. Oh yeah, it's running a lot smoother. Woo! And you can see the graphics quality is a heck of a lot better. Okay, I'm from Utah, so you'd think I could drive in the snow a bit better, but alright. Well, anyway, as you can see now, this is a capable little gamer at 1080p. And I think this would be really good at emulation. You could load up a whole second NVMe drive and throw it in there, and with some emulation software and games, and have a really good time on this thing. Very small footprint. Okay, let's throw SteamOS on it and see how it plays in there. Remember, we were kind of at like an average of 4850. Okay, here we are in the USB live version of SteamOS desktop mode. Let's try to install SteamOS on it and make this Kamrui Hyper H1 a little Steam machine. Looks like it's gonna probably work. So once we're back into SteamOS, I'll be back. Okay, we have successfully booted into SteamOS 3.8.14. Finds the Wi-Fi just great, and now updating. Once we're in and I install Forza Horizon 6, then we will try it on this machine. All right, I am happy to tell you that we are installing Forza. So we have a little mini Steam machine here. All right, here we are in SteamOS, hovering around 46, 45. The benchmark preset was 30. So yeah, we can get some more frames than just 30 for this. It is running great and looks fantastic. So benchmark was 45 frames per second. So let's go with that. Okay, game restarted. I can't wait to try this out now. This machine is very snappy in SteamOS. In fact, I'll go into the desktop mode once we're done here. I liked my driving better in benchmark mode. Anyway, as you can see, we're hovering around 55, 54, 53, 51, 52. Some dips into the 40s, but it looks awesome. And this is playing on Linux, so this is cool. So yes, the Cam Ruy Hyper H1 can be a Steam machine. And I'm sure a heck of an emulating PC too. This is very smooth and it looks incredible. But I've never been very picky with graphics either. Of course, this is, you know, around a $500 computer. In fact, yeah, with the link below, 5% off, I think it comes out to around $519, something like that. Okay, and here is the Kamrui Hyper H1 in desktop mode on KDE Plasma in SteamOS. Very snappy. As you can see, we're on 3.8.16 after update, and it shows our Ryzen 24 gigs of RAM, AMD Radeon 680M, and it is running very well. I mean, it is instant click and go. So yes, if you're wondering if the Kamrui H1 is good for Linux, it seems very snappy and capable to me. It's doing Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, everything's working. So awesome. But anyway, I would love to thank Kamrui for sending this awesome little machine to me. Makes for a great little Steam machine and a Windows 11 Pro machine. It plays games at 1080p, very playable. I'm not doing very well here. So yeah, it's an awesome little machine. I'd also like to thank my viewers and subscribers, and if you like this sort of thing, please like and subscribe. And if you want to know when my next one is out, which will cover an Ace Magic K5, I believe it is, then please click the bell icon, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.